Used to run down this road with my heart on fire. Now I'm sitting right here by the side, like a bird on the wire. See my dream passing by, and I realize the day that I quit is the day I expire. I gotta keep moving on, gotta keep moving on. I'm shaking the dust from my bones. All I gotta do is walk. I'm fighting and I'm bleeding. I don't give up, I walk. My hope, my love, my reason, they guide me as I walk. Like Hannibal over the mountains, I gotta keep moving, I won't stop. Keep on walking, one shot, here I'm coming. Ain't no knocking me over, I keep bouncing back. Now I'm done with the noise in my head, yeah, I follow my track. A battle for gold, and a dream in my soul. In times when I fail, I shake off the pain and I gotta keep moving on, gotta keep moving on. I'm shaking the dirt from my bones, and all I gotta do is walk. I'm fighting and I'm bleeding, I don't give up, I walk. My hope, my love, my reason, they guide me as I walk. Like Hannibal over the mountains, I gotta keep moving, I won't stop. Keep on walking, one shot, keep coming.
Radcliffe?
Yes, sir.
It's time to bring into play our secret weapon. Is she still in the house?
Yes. She hasn't gone far at all.
Good job we kept track of her since she disappeared. Get her to me at once. I need to find that monster from the marsh at once. And she's our best hunter, understood?
Of course, sir.
Good work so far, Radcliffe. Don't worry, your family are safe.
Thank you.
Find me that monster from the marsh and bring him to me, dead or alive. Actually, that's what I'll call him, the Marsh Monster.
Yes, that's what I am.
You? But how? You?
I know, son, but I had to come to explain a few things to you before you discover what you really are.
What are you talking about? How are you here, Dad?
I'm not. Well, not physically anyway. I'm in your mind.
Then how can I see you, speak to you, hear you?
Indy. Buddy, oh boy, you need to know what I am, what you are.
I'm a monster.
Yeah, that you are. But you're more than that. You're still a person on the inside. You're still my son.
I'm not a good person, though. I was selfish. I left Marion to come find the treasure you were searching for, and I did this to her. I was a bad person, a monster. Now true to its name, I deserve this.
Now, Indy, buddy, if that was true, I wouldn't have saved your life when John shot you, now would I?
Wait, that was you? How? It doesn't make any sense.
I'm what those people call the virus, this infection thingy. The treasure you were looking for.
Wait. You are the treasure?
Yeah, and so you in a way. Well, part of you is anyway.
I don't understand.
It's a little complicated, son, but I'll try my best to explain.
If you're not my dad, stop calling me son.
Sorry, I thought it made you more comfortable. Okay, Indy, take a wander with me, and I'll explain everything. First things first, to understand why I'm here, why you're the way you are, you need to look back in time to the war, where it all started.
And how do I do that?
Go ahead.
I'm here, but I'm taking too much fire. I won't last long.
I don't understand. How can I?
Just watch. It's not real, just a vision.
I don't understand. I already know what happened to the marsh. Why are you showing me this?
Because this was the start. They didn't just burn the marsh, Indy. They created me. Watch.
What is that?
This is William Sim, scientific explorer. After the war, and the marsh took time to recover, something else happened. A new form of energy was discovered, and it lingered here in the marsh. Infinite energy, from the stones. See, it was stored here, underneath the soil, evolving and mutating the marsh. William was one of the first people to discover it. He took it back to his lab and discovered that this new form of energy could be manipulated, as it contained mutagenic genes. This meant, basically, it had unhuman abilities. It can make you abnormal, give you abilities. He knew he could use this to his own advantage, so he did. Other people in the house heard of it, of course, your dad being one of them. William Sim's wife had recently died of cancer, so he knew what he had to do. He came up with the idea to use the mutagenic energy to create a new species that would be free of illness. However, he was too old. Even if he started work on it, he wouldn't live long enough to see the results. You see, he had a disease of his own, so he came up with an idea, a way he could get his son to continue the work for him and continue their legacy, without the government finding out about it themselves. So he formed a virus from the energy and placed it here in the marsh. People heard stories of it, of course, and ventured out there. He then had his son, Jonathan Sim, venture out and retrieve it to experiment with. And now his son carries the burden of making unhumans.
They're not unhumans. They're monsters. But why a virus? Why couldn't he have just handed it to his son without anyone knowing?
The government were already onto him, and he knew if they got it, they would steal it from him and make a profit from it. Which isn't what William wanted. By creating the virus, the government left him to experiment with it as he was a professional biologist. So they knew if anyone could understand the virus, he would. It was his way of ensuring the government would leave it with him and his business for longer. But it changed the marsh forever. Our entire DNA structure will never be the same again. In fact, by placing the virus in us, he destroyed his own hopes of saving his wife.
What do you mean?
You can sense it too, can't you? The biology of the marsh, our DNA, changed. The virus messed with us, almost killed us. We had to survive somehow. Now, the properties William found to defeat illness are gone. The virus damaged us too much.
So let me get this straight. He made a virus up, put fear into people, so only his son would go out there to get it. The government wouldn't bother, and it didn't even work. So John just made up the cover story of using the virus to make super soldiers to please the government, and now he can't achieve his own goal. My dad came out here to find out the truth, and he was killed for it. Hang on. If I can see into the past, I can see who killed him.
First, I need to explain to you how this works.
You just did. This is all because of Sim and his idea of making a species without illness. But it will never work.
There's more to it than that. Like how I could save your life, why you have abilities, and what mutagens really are.
Okay, explain.
It's better if I show you. When the infinite energy burned this marsh, and the mutagens were born, spreading throughout the marsh grew and evolved into something more, something alive. The marsh suddenly had a conscience and could see and hear everything.
Alive because of these mutagens, right? What exactly are mutagens?
Mutagens are a gene, like human DNA, but they are mutated by the energy.
The marsh had DNA?
Of course it did. DNA is everywhere. Plants, trees, they all have a specific strand of DNA. Anyway, the marsh became conscious of itself, aware, and developed a memory bank. Eyes, ears, heart, stomach, everything. It became a living being. The marsh can grow anything it wants to now. It can see into the past, and we gave you that ability too. I saved you, Indy, because I saw you, and your dad. I didn't like John Sim, what he did to your father, to you, so I wanted him dead. But I knew I couldn't do it myself. I had to save you, evolve you, so you could be strong enough to fight him. With my help, of course.
Wait, are you?
Yes.
But how? How are you standing in front of me?
I told you, I can grow anything I like.
Right, so my dead dad's a plant. Great.
Would you rather me look like this?
No, I failed her. At least my dad I didn't fail. I didn't even get to know him, so in a way, it's nice to see him.
Okay then. Well, it was in there that I saved you.
Save me? You made my already terrible life even worse. I look horrific. I smell disgusting. I can't even be in the same house with my friends. With her. Everyone stares at me. Everyone hates me. You should have left me to die!
Well, that's not the thank you I was expecting. Look, you might be a monster, you might look odd, but you're still the same person on the inside. You're still the heroic adventurer, the valiant daredevil, the high-risk explorer that you were before. Nothing's changed on the inside, so you might look different, and that doesn't make what you want different. So, what do you want now?
I just want to go home.
I understand, but you can do so much more than just see the past. Don't you want to know what we gave you?
You gave me nothing but shit! Ugh!
Indy, wait!
So, tell me more about your dad. Why was he after these treasures, and what's out there in the marsh?
I don't know exactly. He just left me with a map that had all these locations marked on it. And on the back it read, "For Melinda."
Who was that?
My mom. She passed not long after my dad died. She couldn't handle the pressure of raising a kid on her own, trying to work, afford to keep us afloat. So she ended it.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I loved her so much, and when she went, it hurt me so bad I had to have therapy. It was then that I realized she was doing herself a favor. Instead of suffering, she found a way out. I guess we all need to escape, somehow, and that was her way of doing it. Doesn't make it right, of course, but it makes her happy.
That's an interesting way of seeing it. Well, you didn't turn out too bad anyways, so she must have done something right.
Thanks.
So your job now is just to, what? Go after these treasures before John gets his grubby hands on them?
Pretty much. Never met this John fellow in person, but from what you've told me, he sounds like a bastard.
Yeah, he sure is.
As long as we're together, we should be just fine.
You really think so?
I know so. What do you say we get the bill?
I'd say that sounds like a cheesy line out of a bloody rom-com movie. But yeah, alright.
Hello? Marsh? Is that you? Who are you?
a choice.
What do you mean you didn't have a choice?
Wait, you can hear me?
Yes, why?
Impossible! No one can hear me. I've tried screaming for so long, just trying to get help. But because I'm made of stone, my mouth can't move. I've been trapped like this for years. I'm so glad I finally found someone who can hear me.
Well, if that's true, how can I hear you?
I don't know. You must be able to read my thoughts somehow.
No, impossible!
Well, tell me what I'm thinking right now.
Okay. You're thinking I'm going to hurt you?
Yes, you can. You must have abilities.
Right. It mentioned that. I thought I could hear strange noises.
You must be able to hear past the normal human hearing. I'm so glad I found you. I'm so sorry I attacked you though. It's just a big misunderstanding.
Why did you try to attack me?
I was sent here to get you. Orders from John Sim.
I see. That stupid asshole must know who I am.
No, he doesn't. Not yet anyway. That's why he sent me. To find out. To bring you in for examination. I'm so sorry.
Why did you agree to work for him? Surely you had a choice.
No, I didn't. I'm made of stone. I can't move. I can't run. Only when people aren't looking anyway.
I don't understand.
When he gave the virus to me, it gave me a curse. I can only move when I'm not visible by anyone, or anything. If people are always looking at me, I can't move. That, and a single touch of my skin can melt people.
I'm so sorry.
Sometimes I just want to cry, but I can't. Any water could dissolve me. So you see, I'm trapped. Trapped in my own body.
You shouldn't be telling me all this. If John finds out, he'll...
I know. I better go.
What about me? You need me.
No, I won't put another poor monster in harm's way. I'm guessing he did the same to you? Gave you the virus?
No. Actually, the Marsh did.
The Marsh? I don't understand.
Neither did I. But I'm learning a lot more as I go along. The Marsh is alive. It's a long story.
I see. Well, it was good to meet you, Marsh Monster. Goodbye.
Stay, just for a bit. I can tell you the story, show you what I mean. It's just, I'm lonely out here, and you're the only person I've met who's anything like me. It would be nice to have the company.
Are you sure? I just tried to capture you.
I know, but you seem kind. Maybe I can help you too. Maybe.
Okay, I'll stay for a little while, but not for long, as John will get suspicious.
Yeah, okay.
Please, look away so I can move.
Oh right, yeah, sorry.
That sounds complicated.
Tell me about it. So what about you? What's your story?
Pretty boring compared to that.
Please. I want to know.
Okay, well, I was happily married. I lived a pretty normal, average life, to be honest. My husband and I were happy. We just bought our own place in the cupboard. We were so in love. He'd always call me his angel fallen down from heaven. And that's how I felt. How he made me feel. Then, one day, a man came to our place and insisted that I go to Sim Industries for testing. It was just after Sim had announced the new Monster Army to fight future wars, and they were after volunteers to test the serum on. I said no, as it was a voluntary thing. They left after a while of me and my husband arguing with them, and that same night we ran out of milk. So I went down to the local shop to get some, and out of nowhere, I was knocked out and abducted. Next thing I knew, I woke up in a lab strapped to a table, with injections and needles going in me. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't scream, I couldn't move, and the doctor working for Sim at the time just ignored my pleas. I begged and begged for me to return to my husband, but no one cared. I was just a lab rat for his sick experiments. And then it happened. I was mutated into this. My skin hardened, my body froze, and I was studied. I felt sick to the core. I tried to tell myself it would be all alright, but I knew I was only lying to myself to cover the real pain within.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. That bastard John did this to me, to my life. He destroyed me. I tried looking for my husband, of course, but he's nowhere to be found.
This is all him. Everything that's happened. My dad, me, Marion, you. It all started with his dad, and now it's him. Ruining everyone's lives. He's damaged too many to count, and he thinks he can get away with it. Well, not anymore.
What do you mean?
Someone has to do something. Someone has to stop him, once and for all. The Marsh told me that's why it saved me. To do what no one else can. Maybe they're right. Maybe that's what I have to do now. To make up for my past mistakes.
He's too powerful.
Hopefully, he's not as strong as me.
Well, he doesn't know who you are yet, so that's an advantage. As far as he's aware, you're just the Marsh Monster.
Marsh Monster?
That's what he's calling you, yeah.
I see.
Look, I've got to go. He'll be wondering where I am by now. It was good to talk to someone about this. Someone who understands. It's just been me and him for so long. I haven't been able to talk to anyone else about this. So it was good to get it off my chest.
Yeah, same here. You don't have to go back to him, We could come up with a plan, work together, to take him down.
I can't. He knows how to stop me. He knows my powers and my weaknesses. He even knows how to kill me. When I was in his lab, he had people watching me 24/7 through cameras or in person. He even had mirrors up, so that I could be seen from all angles, and by myself. If I even tried to resist him, he will attack me.
Okay, just be safe.
I will. Thank you, Marsh Monster.
I could hear her thoughts. Her mind spoke to me. It was strange, yet felt right.
When I saved your life, I also gave you some of my mutagenic abilities to not only heal you, but enhance you. You can hear what most people can't, even to the point of hearing minds. Your hearing can break the audible barrier of sound, hearing what most others could not possibly hear.
Why? Why did you give me these abilities?
It was an accident. I didn't know exactly what I was doing at the time. Don't get me wrong, I tried my best to save you, even though there were some side effects. You should be able to control them though, as you have with your hearing and seeing into the past.
What else can I do?
Well, from watching you, it seems you have super strength too. Apart from that, I'm not sure. Obviously, you can see into the past as well, but only from the marsh.
How is that possible?
You can connect to the marsh by touching it. Your mind becomes in sync with the marsh, and our consciousnesses both become one. You can see what I have seen, and vice versa.
Well, that's enough information for one day.
And it seems you can breathe underwater too.
What? I've been plotting a way to kill you for ages, and it didn't even work? Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll break you to pieces instead. Alright, stop! I surrender! What the hell are you? They call me the Marsh Monster. Now go! Go! You're right. You are a monster. Nothing more. You're no one.
Well, that was new too. Looks like your mind took control of my physical form, used it to attack him.
He was right. I am a monster.
This again. You need to realize that you're more than that.
But that's not all I am. I'm still me. I'm still Indy. I still carry all my past regrets with me, and it's time I fix them. Spending time out here has been helpful, and made me understand so much more. But I can't stay forever. I had a life that I have to return to. Because you're right. I can do more now. With these powers, I can help the innocent toys that have been abused by sin, and stop him. But first, I have to go see my friends again. Make sure they're alright. Thank you, Marsh. Thank you for showing me the truth and helping me. It's time for me to go.
I understand, of course. You still have responsibilities. But you must know, you're always welcome back here. This is your home now too.
Thank you. Goodbye, Marsh.
See you soon, my monster.
Told me about the experiment going wrong! You took your time, and I see you haven't brought me the monster. You know I don't like failures. As you can see, I'm busy dealing with something else at the moment, so I don't have time to deal with you for myself. Luckily enough, I have another monster on watch, so he will deal with the Marsh Monster. Guards? You knew what the consequences of betraying me would be, so now you have to suffer it. What was that? Oh, sorry, can't hear you. Finish her off and leave her outside. No one will go looking for her.
Yes, sir!
Yes, sir.
No more failures.